Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be doing episode 5, I believe, of the Gran Turismo Legends series. So now we're going to be featuring the Jaguar XJ220. So today we're going to be going to Europe, specifically the UK, to review the Jaguar XJ220. So the first 3 episodes all featured Japanese cars, that being the RE and Maya, tuned RX-7, the Suzuki Escudo, and the Toyota Supra. Episode 4 was a Dodge Viper from the USA, so now we have our first European car. So yeah, this car was added in an update semi-recently, so it's been in the game for a while, but wasn't in the game at launch. That is quite significant. And it was also the fastest car in the world, 217 miles an hour, and it held this for a brief time before it got taken off it by the Bugatti EP110, and it was one of the fastest cars of the 1990s. Though it did have a claimed top speed of 220 miles an hour, hence the name XJ220. So let's have a look at the history of this car. So the car was originally going to be a mid-engined all-wheel drive car, supercar with a V12, much like the Bugatti EB110. But when it released, this had all changed. The car was aimed to beat the Ferrari F40 and the Porsche 959. Jaguar realised they needed a small turbocharged engine in a lightweight car, so the all-wheel drive was dropped to keep the weight down, and the V12 was dropped to a twin-turbo V6. Now, although this V6 only had half the cylinders, the power was still very similar, but it did significantly keep the weight down. The final figures were 542 brake horsepower, with a weight of 1,470 kg, so not light by any means, but compared to what it would have been, probably nearly 2 tons, it is quite light. So what's this car like in the game? Well, let's talk about how it looks. The car's been in the game since Gran Turismo 2, and since then it's had a wide variety of colours to choose from. Now these colours were unique as they're all really dark colours, quite fitting for a car so fast. Now these were dark purple, dark blue and dark green. In Gran Turismo 7, however, since its introduction to the legendary dealership, the car has a completely new set of colours. Now these colours are quite basic, with just red, grey and black. I don't know why they changed it, because I think it looked better before. So now it just looks like every other generic supercar. So what's the performance like in the game? Well, as you can tell, the car is quite old. Now you can tell this by the turbo lag, but the car also feels really bulky. Now this is a massive car, the dimensions of this thing is insane, and it is also relatively heavy. So against cars from the 1990s it can keep up and is much faster on the straights, other than the McLaren F1. However, it may be slower around a track. It can still compete with modern supercar, but don't expect it to win any races. But it is a very fun car to use. Now the price in GT7 is 615,000 credits, which I think is quite justified. It's a car that's a lot of fun to drive for a relatively low amount of credits. Now it is a really fast car, bearing in mind the 959 and the Ferrari F40 cost nearly 4 times this. So if you have the credits, I would definitely recommend buying this car. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.